Okay, so this is the first of the factoring. So I don't really need my calculator anymore. Okay, and so let's just get to it, right? Okay, so pretty simple, straightforward one here. Check my sign, right? This sign is negative, so I know I've got a plus and a minus. I've got my x to start, since x has a coefficient of 1, so it's x. This tells me this is minus, plus, right? And that sign is different. The factors of 12 that add to 4, and they have to have an opposite sign because we get negative 12. So I need one of them plus, one minus. The bigger number is going to be going right here because it's minus 4 there. So keep that in mind also, right? So you get your sign straight. So what two numbers multiply to get 12? Well, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, right? If I keep going, it's going to be 4 and 3, 6 and 2. I'm just going to be repeating my factors. And I wanted the larger one to be negative. Those two are going to add to negative 4, so we'll subtract 6 and add to the 4. I want to just double check quickly. X squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 6 plus 4 is, oh, not 4, just a wait, 2. Scared myself there. 2. I have it over here. Yeah, 2, not 4. Thank you. So I checked. Good thing, right? Did that on purpose. X squared minus 6x plus 2x is going to be minus 4x minus 12. X plus 2 equals 0. X minus 6 equals 0. 0 product property. X equals negative 2. X equals 6. There are your solutions, right? Okay? X squared minus 64. This is the difference of two squares. It's a perfect square. It's a perfect square. Right? Remember, these will have two solutions, although sometimes those solutions are the same. Okay? But even if you factored it, x, got a minus sign, so the signs are opposite. And now I need factors of 64 that add up to 0, because b is 0. There's no linear term. Right? Well, hopefully you're going to get to 8 and negative 8 pretty quickly. Okay, so x equals 8 or negative 8, right? I need a 0 product property. Negative 8 makes that 0. Doesn't matter what this is then. It will be negative 16. We don't care because I'm multiplying by 0. And then vice versa. Put 8 in, that's 16, but that's 0, so I get it. So there are my solutions. Difference of two squares. You could have just moved the 64 over, and you've solved questions like that before. You just got to remember, it's plus or minus 8 when you take the root. Okay? This is another one that is deceptively easy, actually. By that I mean a lot of students stumble on this question. First thing, we haven't had to do it yet, right, is GCF, right? And I have an x common to both. There's no constant term. So I've got x times x plus 6 equals 0, right? And so what makes x plus 6 equal 0 and what makes x equal 0? Well, that's an obvious one. 0 makes x equal 0, and here it's going to be x equals negative 6. So x equals negative 6 or 0. Now you can write it like that. Okay, you can write it like this. Write them, two of them. I'm not that worried about that right now. Okay, the last factoring one, I also have a GCF here. You can see they're all even numbers, so it usually makes it easier. Now I have x squared minus 4x minus 45 equals 0. That's probably easier to factor. The 2 is going to become insignificant because I can never make that 2 equal to 0. So that's a factor, but it's never going to be 0, so I really don't care about that. Again, I've got a negative. Looks like these all were set up with negatives. X, the negative is going to give me a plus and a minus, right? And now I need factors of 45 that add to 4. okay, to negative 4, and it's negative 45. So I've got 1 and negative 45. 2 doesn't go. 3 goes 15 times. 4 doesn't go. 5 goes 9 times. And 5 minus 9 is negative 4. So that'll work, okay? So again, x plus 5 equals 0. X minus 9 equals 0. So x equals negative 5. X equals 9. Those are the factoring questions, okay?